In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
It's something special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get, when they see the Merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here, they like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get when they see the Merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. BF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get when they see the Merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim that stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like Tokyo.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly speaking few languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they started special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just it's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get when they see the Merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like Tokyo.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, Every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They're mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, the part is special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
Howdly dowdly. Hi all, Simon Bargett back in London. And we got the high roller final between Enis Yuda and Amirali Tabakoli. And it's about to start. Isn't that exciting? I think it's a 15-point match. But is going to take roughly $20,000, I think. So Amir's just having a little look at Instagram before he starts. Why not? There's an art in the background. We're ready to get going. Yeah, it's a 15-point match because you can tell from the clock settings. Clock goes left, clock goes right, cube goes left. Clock goes left. Cube goes right. Baffle box, maybe? I don't think it at the same time. Boo. Here they go. Okay, I think he's getting oh, he's getting a die. Okay. So pretty standard. Probably should just hit, but okay. Running is vulnerable to being hit, and Amir hits with a 2. Or hit twice. Hit on the ace point. Which he does. Five four, you will know what that does. Yes. So Amir, if he can roll a 4 or something, he can clean up. That's similar. He cleans up, makes the 9 point. So Amir just wants to escape the back checker, and Ennis just wants to make the 5 point or the 4 point. I think he could have tried going for a slotting the 5 point there, but I'm not 100% sure. With under attack from the checker on the 10 point. Oh, it was a 2-1. Yeah, would I have come up with a 2-1? Well, anyway, he gets hit, gets pointed on, which is bad, but he manages to come back in on the 14 point, which is good. And if he can get missed, he's got a future in this game. But if he gets hit, he's very sad. He gets hit with a long ranger, which in some ways is better than being hit with a 2 for Ennis, because he gets to hit with so many more pips, and he escapes a back checker that's kind of trapped. 5-2, he's just going to come in correctly on the back point. And the 5 is going to come down probably, yeah. So no, Ennis just needs to really escape that back checker, but he'll take a 3-1. I think 6-3, it would have been an interesting roll. Was that a 3-1? I missed that. Why didn't he make the 5 point? But anyway, so now I don't think Amir can afford to hit loose. It looks really dangerous. So I would just do this, just on an eyeballing kind of. I think that Ennis is actually winning the race. So he'll come out and think about slotting with 2 points in board, I guess. 6-5 is going to make 2 points in board. That's really nice. And now we could think about cubing. Yeah, he's just shaking, so he wasn't going to. 5-3 feels like, but it can't. Can it? Am I missing something? So 6-3. Is it a 6-3? I think he would have just made the 3 point if it was a 6-3 by now. I don't think he would come up with a 3 and then play the 6 inside, but he wanted to come up with a 2-1 before, so maybe he's got a proclivity for coming up. Is it a 5-3? A 5-3, I would just hop out, I think. But it looks like a 6, the other die. 48, 72, just have a little bibby count. 1. It's a 5-3. I don't know. Yeah, he was up if I've counted right. So Ennis is texting. Amir's going to pause the clock for him. Fine. I mean, you know, whatever. There's plenty of time. This is a double, I think. Again, he's lost his market unless Amir can roll a 1. I think if Amir can roll a 1, it's probably takeable. What is that? Double 4, 3, and 4. And this is just going to be a pass. Going to go up 1-0. I don't know Ennis. I've never seen his name before. Does anyone know anything about him? He looks like a nice dude. In my sort of age range, I guess. Maybe a little bit younger, a little less grey hair. So they're playing at a good pace, not too slowly, not too quickly. Amir. Hi, Amir. Let's go, Amir. Oh, Ennis is just texting something. So the winners, there's 40,000 in the pot, $40,000. I'm not sure how much goes to Arda and the crew, or whoever takes it, whoever putting in the hard work. But let's say 10% max. I don't know. I haven't entered a tournament for ages. 10%. So it's 36,000. Worst 4% for the winner. 24, 12, 14. Is that like 14,400, something like that? It's not worth the bother. 6-1. He makes the bar. Wonderful. 5-1. We're going to split because, even more so, because our opponents made the bar. That makes sense. Mm, 3-5. He rolled 3-5, but we lost it. 2-3 is going to make the advanced anchor. Okay. I mean, not okay. He shouldn't do this, but okay. In a generous sort of, that's what he's done sort of way. 5-4 could automatically comes back in, but maybe if Ennis can roll a 1-4 or a 2-3, he can profit. Double one's going to profit. I think he's going to put two men. He might not. Yeah, he does. He's going to put two men in the bar. I think that's what I would do. Hoping, of course, that Amirali doesn't roll a 1. He doesn't. So Ennis needs a 4-3 or a double 3. 6-3 is good. I hope he sees that he's going to carry on hitting on the 5 point. And having 4 checkers on the 5 point means that it's very, very comfortable to hit, even though you're leaving a second blot. Okay, he doesn't see that. He's just going to run all the way. Cocked. Cock's a 2-3. 3-4 is a lot worse. He's just going to have to come down with the 4. Nothing else seems to make sense. And Ennis is definitely a big favorite. I mean, he's not a cubing favorite, but he's a big favorite because he's got dice rolls that really improve his position. And most of them aren't really going to deteriorate his position. So he's got 5s. Cover for 1, double 5. Looks like he's rolled a 4-2. So he's going to hit and play 8-6 with the 8, yeah, with the 2. Hits the clock. And then 5-1's going to hit on the 24 point and hit on the 1 point, which I agree with. But even though Ennis has got the 4 point, he's kind of in an okay place so far. 5-4, I think you're just going to run to the midpoint here because it's saved as a blot, and I think you're happy to have 1 back versus 2, and you're probably winning the race because you've only got 1 man back instead of your opponent's 2. And you can develop your position next go. So it looks like a good move to me. 6-1, I think I'm either going to make the bar or think about making the 21 point anchor. I mean, there is another play coming out to the 14, but I probably wouldn't do that. I think I've got a preference for making the 21-point anchor. I tend to make defensive plays. Okay, so it's going to come out to the 14. I don't know. I wouldn't swear that that's not the right move or a good move. And 6-3, if he's up in the race, he probably just has to run and hope that he doesn't get hit. And he looks like he's up in the race. 140, 139. He's going to be 130. And if he gets missed, he's made really the best improvement that he can make, and that's what you need to do. But he gets hit, and the 4 can probably, because that's what you want to do the most. I think I prefer to come out to the 16 point, even though it leaves a double shot, because your opponent's got a blotting board, and well, I wouldn't hit. So if he comes in on the 23. Well, maybe what else can he do? If he comes in on the 22, he can't hit, and he would probably need to. Yeah, it's ugly, but would I? Yeah, I think by elimination. So this does. No, it doesn't duplicate the 6-2 that needs to hit on the outside. I don't know what I would do here. I mean, I would probably hit, come in on the 23 point and hit, but I'm not sure at all. 2-2 is also not perfect because you'd rather point on your opponent for sure. So you can certainly make the 9 point, and then you'd rather keep the 9 point than move it to the 7 point. Maybe you can make the 11 point. Would be a more industrious use of the move than that. So 4-2, I think I would just make the 4 point, but maybe he can do this. And now, like I said, Ennis just wants to point, and he does so. He's going to be very happy to use that inelegant spare on the 4 point that's in the wrong spot, and it makes good use of it. He only gets hit back with 5-4 and 5-5, which is really good. I got a feeling he's not going to be cubing, and he probably I probably what would I probably? Okay, so I'm wrong. He does cube. After thinking that it might be a cube. Oh, he's passing. Well, I can't imagine that's a pass. I'm surprised. Okay, so 1-1. If there's anyone in the chat who wants to check positions. This funny thing that I really dislike running all the way with the 6-2, but it can't be a big mistake. It's just you're gonna come up with both. I think that's the right play. It sort of reaches to challenge the checker that's come up to the 16 point. Or maybe this is better. You just duplicate the 2. Maybe that's a better concept. 6-2, maybe 6-4, 6-2. Maybe he would have just played it quite quickly, or maybe not. Maybe he wouldn't know whether to make the 16. Okay, 6-1 looks good. Amir would like a 6-1. Hitting is not so good, but hitting and making the ankle. Maybe some of if any rolls a 1, he might slot the. There he goes. There's the 1. I can't get my words out quickly enough. He'll slot the 5 point with the 1. Maybe. Perhaps you need to, but he chose not to. 2-1, he can make the 9 point, but the 1's going to be awkward, so he's going to have to settle for the bar, which is fine. It just doesn't do such a good job of priming the checker up on the 21 point. not waste everyone's time and not play dice and play dice on checker. I mean, it's just a pointless waste of time. 6-3 runs all the way from the back. 4-2 is going to hit, and I think that makes just hitting back makes Amir a very slight favorite. I would venture 3-1, just making the anchor. Very nice. Nice. 6-2, he's just going to scoot off to the bar. So they've both got the 21-point anchor. It's pretty much symmetrical, this position, if you've noticed. Just 2 pips out. Double one's going to make the 5-point and come up to the 20. That's going to be perfect. And 3-1 makes the 10-point. So now, clearly, Ennis is a favorite because he's got the 5-point for 1. And also, he's got a better defensive point than his opponent. So he's winning on both fronts. And now it looks like it's just going to be a clean double pass. Tapio might. I don't think. But an XG inputter 50. Someone 116, 68, 78, 94, 101, 130, 41. If I've counted it right, it's 116, 141, and that's too much with such a good structure at 2-0 or at 3-0. Even if it was 8-0, this would be a pass. So Ennis is going to go 3-0 up in this match, which isn't insignificant. I'd be very surprised if Amir took. Doesn't seem like there's any reason to take, actually. I wonder. I'd be always interested to if you could know what their thought processes are. It would be really cool. If I could see Amir something, unless I'm miscounted. 126. So I did miscount. 54, 32, 84, 98. What's 18 plus 98, 160? I did miscount. So maybe that would make it a take. Naughty commentator. And just another really boring bearing into an anchor. Is 3-point with the 4-2 and brings a checker in. 5-1 for Amir. 6-2. I would just try and clear the midpoint now and leave the shots. I think that's what he'll do. With the logic that if he gets missed, he probably just wins the game. Kind of difficult. I mean, the race isn't like completely locked up, but it's going to be difficult to lose this as red. Okay, brings both in. Yeah, bring them in when you can. That's nice. Yeah, there we go. Speak of the devil. That's the thing with backgammon, is that you can just always roll like one horrible anti-joker and he gets hit. Well, it's probably the other number is probably 3. I think. Yeah, so 3-1 would make the bar. 3-3. Okay, yeah, it is. So of course makes the 2-point. Unless I missed something. And now it's just he can't play on. So Tool. Tapio. Uh, 2-1. It chooses not to slot. Ennis rolls double 4. It's the dream, really. Okay, I wouldn't do this. I don't know whether it's terrible, but now you've made the 2 point. You haven't really got that much of a board, and he follows it up with double 3, and now certainly on some rolls he's going to be doubling. I don't know which ones exactly. 4-3 is going to prevent any action from happening. But he'll happily hit with a 6, being outboarding his opponent. I'm sure he's happy to vacate his anchor and hit that checker on the 14. It gets the checkers on the 20 point moving out and round and home, which is where they need to be. In and down. For sure. Now a cleanup operation is required, that's okay. It cleans up pretty much but 2 of the blots, but not 3 of them. And now if it'll be feeling amazing. I think he might. Okay, 5-3, he just hits immediately. Probably, I didn't even get to have a look at what the position. Oh, he just doubled. He brings the cube out. Wow, this is a little bit early and really unexpected, but difficult to see how that's going to make inroads if you cube in that position. 4-3, he's just going to clean up the checker on the 11 point. And the game could be turning quite quickly. If it's a 5, he'll just play it over his head. I think it has to be, because he's just played a 3. And it's almost a 50-50 game, really. I mean, it's a slight exaggeration to say that, but 2-1's just going to in position. Amirali's got quite a few good rolls, like 2-1. 6-3 is not too bad. He gets to cover the 3 point, and being on the 18 point isn't too dangerous because Ennis is going to have to hit from strip points, but he will hit. Believe me, he's going to hit. So he's going to hit and then safety the blot. So leaving 4-1, 3-1, and double 1. I don't think anything else. Double 1, boom. So he's going to hit, and I wouldn't see any reason for leaving a shot, even though I prefer to keep the 5 points. So I would not do this. Now if you get hit, then you lose all your momentum. And this looks like going to be, I was about to say, I've got to be honest, like close to a pass, even though there are 3 checkers back. It looks pretty nasty for Ennis. I mean, I wonder if I'm completely misunderstanding this and that it's too good, or misunderstanding it the other way. I have a tendency just to take these two checkers on the bar position and finding out in the XG analysis that they were huge passes. I mean, I don't see how position even No, he's just going to pass. Okay. Yeah, if anyone can pull their finger out and put some positions in. So the game turned around 4-2. They play on. Just a little split. Just a little 4-point. And 2-1 he'll take. Kind of fair. 1. 3-2 becomes up and down. And there were some kind of awkward roles for Ennis, but that wasn't one of them. That really helps him out. Allows him to play the 4. I would just come up. I used to be a little bit, I mean, I don't think you're losing the race that much that you're outpriming your opponent, but I could be wrong about this. But my instinct is that you come up to the 20, take your chances. You've got a lot better board. So he does. I mean, he doesn't. And a fan. He queued early in one game. Okay, he doesn't like this so much. 4-3 just runs to the 15-point. And we know what that one does. 5-4. Yeah, what a roll. But Ennis is doing fine in this game. I don't know whether what was technically better, to play it into the 6-point or to play 13-11. I suppose with the 1, you don't want to step up. But I don't know what to do with it. Whether you play to 7. What is that? Double 1. Yeah. I didn't actually see this play. I was thinking of switching. Maybe this is better. That makes both points. He's going to stay back. He's behind. I think that's right. That plays safely, probably from the 11-point. So that you get to have a sort of a builder on the 4-point. I think I probably just back. I was thinking you would want to, unless you can stay there and challenge. Maybe it's a play that challenges those 2 anchors on the 11 and on the 13-point. Has he rolled 3-2? It's awkward. He's going to have to play safe. But he's still got okay chances of not leaving a shot. Yeah, he's just gonna play safe. Again, he could come up, But again, I wouldn't do it. But now he does. What's changed in the position? Does that allow him to keep his 6 prime? No, but still. Six-five, be able to play behind. So it makes no difference really on this roll on double 6 that he came up with the 1-6-3. Yeah, I would probably come out, but I don't know why. There's coming out. So if you come out and put the checker on the 22 point on the 16, then you challenge the anchor on the 11 point. So if your opponent from a single, definitely the trickiest, or one of the trickier plays of the game, that 6-3, warranted thinking about. I don't think that we can afford to leave shots here. We just have to pray. Maybe we roll a 3-1 and we point on our opponent, or maybe we roll just one of the doubles. And maybe we don't roll one of the doubles now, but we roll a number that doesn't leave a shot now, and we can roll one of the doubles later. So that's one of the waiting rolls. He's just going to play it to the 6 point and play 4-2. So now I would probably come out to the 18. So that would mean that if your opponent, if Ennis rolls, yeah, he does do that. Maybe it's obvious. And there you get a double shot. And I think you have to minimize shots. I think you do that by, oh, it's forced. Is it forced? This is just going to be a cube. I don't know if this is takeable. So I think it's probably quite a big pass, actually, even at this score. Shots. 2, if you actually hit back, you're toast. Anyway, so I would bet this is a pass. He's going to put it into XG Mobile. Yeah, I would think. Yeah, he just passes. Good vision as far as I'm concerned. And Amir goes 5-2 up. Two down, 6-4 runs past checkers that Ennis has just brought down. So that makes sense. 6-1, he can either play 24-18. I think I have a slight preference for coming out and making the 9 point. What's he done? 4-1, okay. Yeah, maybe this is better with the 1, so that it challenges the 8 point. Now he's going to off the 24 point. Oh wow, he did. He came down to the bar. That's and he's very lucky to remake the mid. If he only knew, well, to not split from the back when it's so beneficial to come out from the 824 and play the 18 4-2. Yeah, probably looks like a double four, smashing him. He should hit twice. Uh, it's more than a small mistake, I think, not to hit twice. Because if your opponent anchors, you can't play on. But I think if you hit twice and your opponent only enters with one checker, you can play on for sure. But it's, yeah, he's not going to play on, but you know, he should. He should certainly play on to try and win an extra point. 5-3. Yeah. Really nice match so far. 5-3. He's going to do the old school two down. Okay. Double four is still going to come up and down and take a commanding lead in the game. 5-1 just plays past the anchor. I think Amir can just take a little roll. He's going to make the 4 point. Ennis will be happy, I suppose, to cover the blot on his own 4 point. Relatively happy. He doesn't get to do anything about his back checkers, which are hindrance. 3-2 is going to probably come down to the 8. Well, at least that's what Amir chooses to do. Dice on checker, why not? Just. And then this thing where people got into where they reset each other's clocks to show how polite they are. It's all a nonsense. 6-3 is going to run. 2-1 happy to, wow, puts him right back in his box. And now, certainly on a fan, this is a very big cube. Maybe I'm overeating the pudding. He doesn't like to come out, but 5-3 up probably wouldn't cube. Double four is a monster. He's definitely going to make the 2 point. So powerful. And maybe with the last one, he's going to make the 9, and maybe with the last one, maybe 2 point, yeah. Which is surprising. Bakas's strange pass. I think you guys are a little bit behind me. Range pass. Well, the last one was a huge pass. It's hard for me to monitor the chat because 2-3 anyway. Wow, okay. I'm assuming he didn't have a cube there. I think he was on the bar. And now that Ennis has brought 2 in, he's not going to have a double. Probably not. Happy that he didn't double four. I mean, maybe it was. Maybe. Double 6 just, I think, makes the 2. You want to bring those checkers out. Could it be ridiculous to play 24-18, 22-16 and make the 2? I think you need to make the 2 to give yourself chances to get those checkers out. And that's the 2018, 22-16. I would do that. So 4-1 comes in. No, it doesn't look like it. It is Ennis's role. I don't know what else he could have done. He was pondering it. Five-two. He's just going to see the checker. What else could he do on the 10 point? And it still needs to escape those 3 checkers at the back. Okay, he'll be happy with that. He just stacks them up on the 22 point. So it's play out with the 5 and then 8-2 with the 6, because otherwise you leave a direct 6. So you don't want to do that. 6-3. He's going to come out. Probably hit. Oh, he can make the point on his head. That's, even though it's a little bit awkward, he's got to do that because it just leaves so many fewer shots. Yeah, it's going to be a fan. He's got to bring 3 checkers out, so can't double yet. 6-5 is... I think I would just play it all the way around. So this leaves 5-6, 3-6, double 3. I think I prefer to have the checkers in other places when my opponent fans. This wasn't going to be a cube. Maybe it wouldn't have been a cube the other way either. Another fan. Don't think this is a double with your opponent having the 20 point. So much he had to do. So 6, he's going to spring a checker and maybe try and duplicate the coming in numbers if he can. You should leave the checker there. Yeah, so it leaves some 3s. Okay, now he can double. I'm not sure if it's takeable at 4-2. 4-2, when was that? I can't remember, Bakar. I don't think it was the last game because that must have been an enormous pass. I have complete memory loss. 5-4 to Amir. Now Ennis gets a 3-1. 6-1 makes the bar. 4-1 comes up and okay, I would come up to the 20 point, play 6-5. 5-4's 2 down. Ennis has the advantage, of course. 8s are good. 4-2. I prefer to make the 9, but I want to split. He doesn't like splitting. He doesn't like coming up, which is a shame. It's a damn shame. 5-1. Yeah, happy 1 sit on the board so he can re-roll it. Can we avoid splitting somehow? I don't think so. I think we have to play 24-21, but he thinks we can. I have to say it doesn't much point. Four, 3. What was it? 4-1. 4-1. I can't remember the starting position. Would that be the right play? 6-4. At least he gets to make the bar. And how good is his position? It's pretty good. After 1-6, probably you don't have enough good rolls to. Probably get to the 21. I don't think I want to. I think I want to come up, and I don't want to split my back checkers. But now this is. I thought it was 6-1. Well, can he not double this? He's got 5s, 2s, 6s, and your opponent's going to escape. I don't even know what the situation with take pass there was. But double 6 is going to make Ennis's position deteriorate significantly. And I think it makes Amirali a favourite. Now Amir makes the 3 point. One really needs a 1, and this is just a play on. I think. But Amir decides to cube, and it's 6-4, a slender lead. What I really miss is I can't hear the board audio. I like to hear the shaking of the dice and the checker sounds and stuff like that. Six two is splitting down. Definitely. 5-1 will hit. He's going to hit twice. No, I know. Don't do that. I think I just come out to the 15. I think that it's always a decision between making the 3 or... Yeah, I just come out to the 15. And 6-4 should hit. Like, don't know. He's still looking, so we don't have any information. He's just thinking whether he should. It's fine. I mean, you only leave 1s and a bunch of, 2, 5 and 3, 4. So it's only 15 shots. What's he going to do with the 5-3? I think I would hit loose with all those blots around. This gives Ennis a chance to consolidate his position, which a chance I don't want to give to him. If this is 4-3, I would probably, same reason, I would hit and cover, not make the 7 point, because I don't want Amir to improve his position. Thusly, I'm going to take away the full roll. But it's not, it's 6-3. It's 6-3. He could have hit. Amir's just going to be happy to escape that checker and hopefully for him work his way up to a doubling position and actually double. Six one. One's going to make the bar. And Amir's another reasonably sized favorite here, especially because, well, not anymore, but Ennis had a blot on his 4 points. But if he covers, he doesn't get to come up and give that checker on the 24 a chance to escape. After the play, Amir has 134, and before the play, Ennis has 128. So actually, Amir is 13 pips down, which makes me wonder whether he should have come up with the 2 instead of covering the 4-point when he rolled the 5-2. I don't know. That's a massive roll. So Amir Ennis being up, he needs to come up to the 22-point in order to try and escape. So can we say, we're allowed to say that I think we know who's, you know, playing a little bit better than who in this match? We've had a according to this commentator, we can see that Amir seems to be making the plays that the position demands, and Ennis is sometimes not doing what he needs to do with the checkers in order to maximize his winning chances. Anyway, so he doesn't come up with the 1 to the 22-point, and Amir is thinking. You can see his clock thing is raised, so and his time is ticking down. So just gonna 75, 89, 127, 21. Well, he's 6 pips down, which indicates that it's way too early to double, especially when Amir's not got any blots in board anymore, even though Amir's got some gaps. 3-2 is just going to play to the 6-4 with the 2 because he doesn't want to leave shots. And again, Ennis needs to come up. Ennis. 5-1. He still could have come up actually with the 1. Amir's position's improved, I think, but still probably not a double. Yeah, this is the detraction from not coming up with the 1 when he rolled the 5-1. I think Amir should certainly double, and he does. And I don't know if you can take this with your wanky board. I wonder what he'll do. Yeah, he doesn't like it. I don't blame him at all. I really don't. Really don't. So Amir taking a 3-point lead. Basic and backgammon, 5-1, 6-2, is it? Yeah. Okay, we run past the extra checker on the 8-point. That's the theory. Double 4. I get confused that some of these plays close. If we make the 4-point, then we get to keep the 9-point. That can't be a bad thing, but I think you make the 5. What does Bakar do? I think you make the 5, and this is such a strong position. Maybe he's going to be cubing. I think he should cube this. Come in deep, because it's too dangerous to come in high. But I wouldn't completely rule it out. I wouldn't bet on it. Ennis is not going to cube. He's got so many checkers dying to unload on that vulnerable checker on the 4-point that made it so valuable to cube. He rolls a 6-4, but has to hit on the outfield because that's a better hit. And now it's just a pass. I think he's going to cube. No, he's not. Okay. Double 3 is one way maybe of allowing him to play on for the gammon. So he's going to make the 3-point. Yeah, maybe this is okay. You kind of want to come up as well with the guy from the 23. Question whether this would now be a take. Difficult to see how it would be a pass now that your opponent's made an anchor, but also difficult to see how it can be a take when you've got... and he had to play the 6 anyway. Yeah, but I mean... Amir hasn't hit the clock yet. wonder why he was his initial preference. So the chance, no. Okay, I thought Ennis might cube there because of the block. 1-6, he doesn't like to come out, so maybe he's just going to play 11-5, which in this instance probably isn't too bad. No double take. What was no double take? So again, this is probably a tiny double, even this. So double 4, first two are going to point on the man on the ace point, and then going to make the 9 with the next two. It's a fabulous, I think whatever, perhaps if Amir rolls 4-6, it might not be a double, but everything, but as we know, as double now, I think Amir should probably pass this, even though he's got an anchor. Maybe he'll pass it immediately, because he's so far down in the race. Yeah, I like that. Just let it go. So 7-5. Plays 2 down. After, oh, okay, after a 6-5, I see. Rolls a 5-1, Ennis does, makes the 5 point, that's nice. He's still in catching distance, he's only 2 points down. So how should he play this? Not immediately obvious, but the standard thing would be to make the 11 point. This leaves some hitters maybe for no reason. Double 4 can make the 2 point and the 4 point. Or this looks better, I think, just because your opponent's got the 5 point. You don't really want to leave too many blots, but you end up leaving blots on the 10 point and the 9 point. Double 4 is going to make both points. I think you can do that. I think he feels uncomfortable about leaving a blot on his 8 point. That's my gut feeling. In other ways, I think he feels he needs to keep the checkers on the 8 point. So he's thinking maybe if I play 2 down from the 13 point and then I play 1 in to the 6 point, where's my next one? And then you can, if that's true, you could see why you might be a bit flummoxed about what you should play. But I think that theory might have been wrong because he's just made the 2 point with the 4 point with those 2 checkers. So now I don't see why he wouldn't just make the 2 point. Or perhaps his reason that perhaps I'm bit okay, but maybe he just thought he was leaving too many blocks. Let's hit back. He hits the one, 4-6. I can't see the dice. And a 2-4. Okay, that safety is something. This game really hangs in the balance. 5-2. He's gonna probably make the 1 point. Now you can follow up by hitting loose with the checker on the 6 point. Double 5 puts paid to that. And because you don't want to leave shots, I think you have to do this and stack them up. And it's not too bad anyway. It's not like you're sad to do that. And double four, yeah. Good play. Could this be a double? I think I noticed when I play matches and towards the end of the match, I might miss a couple of doubles because I get a little bit tired. Maybe when I get tired, I get a little bit more conservative. And now I'm looking at this, I might not double this, but then I might look at the match after and see that I missed a double. You got a lot of numbers that aren't going to leave a shot, like 6-5, 6-4, 6-3. Well, 6-1, same. Perhaps this needs to be doubled, even at a leading score. So 5-4. He's just got to give up the mid, I think. I mean, what else can he do? You definitely don't want to bury a checker on the midpoint. Just even though your opponent would have to leave a block with 6-1 now and 6-2. I think he missed another double, possibly. That's not to say it would definitely be a pass now, but it looks a bit grim. And I know that Amir is leading, but there's still quite a few points to play for. It's not immediately obvious how this is takeable. There's not that many numbers that leave shots. Point. Bakar will tell me. Yeah, he does take. This is not good. Calls. Thinking whether or not to play one down to the 11 point or one down to the 12 and then play 6-5, which is a legitimate thing to think. It just depends on the dice combinations. I'm too lazy to look at what does what. But I think that was a pass, and I think that Ennis is going to regret taking. I mean, he probably has to split here. Four-two can just make the 2 point. Yes. 3-1 can make the 3. I like that. I love that very much. And Ellis has just ended up getting like squeezed and primed and just playing with a busted ace point game, and he's got no timing. So any 4, any 3 is going to break another point on board. I mean, the only thing that can save him is double 2 and 2-6. 2-6. 2-6? Not from the bar? Sorry, that must have been so annoying. But 6 comes in immediately. And waiting for him to come to you with that checker on the 16 point, which he doesn't want to do. What a 2-6. Can he roll something? I mean, if he can roll something that gets that checker safe, he's got like a tiny chance. He does. And he gets to put the checker on the bar. Amir comes in immediately, so 2-5. Question is, if he gets missed, will he recube? He should. I think this is a pass. I really hope he stops the thing. I don't mind if he doesn't actually recube. I just hope he actually stops. He's not going to. Yeah. He's going to have to clear the 5 point now. I don't think you can afford to leave a direct shot. That would be silly. That would be real silly. But what a turnaround. 2-6, 2-5. 4. What's that? Oh, what? He didn't see that he couldn't. He didn't immediately see that he could hit. And he rolled a 6-2. 1-6. I'm really hamming it up here. But it is quite exciting. Double 1. If he rolls a6 here, if he okay, he just safety it, but still a6. No. Yeah, that's been the most exciting game by far. By far. Could there be a break after this? There's the 1-6. He needs like double 4 at bare minimum. 6-2. Okay, that's not. It's going to keep him alive, I think. He needs double 5, double 6, I would say. Just as a mere starting point. I mean, he's going to need 2.5 big doubles. Yeah, it's not there. What a fantastic game that was. And lucky for Ennis, why am I saying lucky? Unluckily for Ennis, he didn't recube because a miss certainly would have passed. Certainly. But good for these guys. They're just playing through. No, they're not. Okay, he takes a break. 9-5. I'll be back. Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't on mute. I was making little noises. So Amir's 9-5 up. He gets hit with a 3-5. And looks like a 3-2. So he's just going to make the anchor. And settle for a slightly worse position, but doesn't want to get into any deeper. Uh, 4-6, okay, comes out. I wasn't sure 4-1 whether he should do that. 5-1 can come up to the 21 and hit loose on the 1 point, which I think would probably be better than this. Because, well, that just leaves a double shot. He must have kind of not taken account of that. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. I don't think. And 3-2 misses. What can you do but safety that blot and then bring the checker up to the 21 point? And this is definitely not what I would do. I would not, definitely not do that. Of course he's going to do that and that. And strictly, he might even be to take, probably not even a double. But at this drastic score, maybe start even think about it. Has Amir got one more to play? Yes. Okay, so he just brings it to the 4 point, and this isn't going to double. So it doesn't matter to speculate. 2-6. Out is good, but also hitting loose. If he's up in the race, then maybe out is better because he escapes. And there is some risk in lifting the 10 point and hitting loose and leaving a return shot on the 4 point. 1-3 has to come in deep. 6-3 really wants to escape the checker from the 21 point, but he can't. So what's he going to do? I think he has to clear the 16 point. Six, five. Yeah, I'm not sure actually, but I think he was 5 pips up after running. Maybe that was a little bit too much risk. It's going to be a huge pass. So I think the logic is that you take quite a big risk, and when it works, you end up converting the position into a very, very big pass. It doesn't do you any good because you're only going to win 1 point. So the score now is actually 9-6. They haven't changed the score. Now they do. Double 5 is going to make 3 point and probably do what he does, play 11 to 6. 6-2, I think he has to leave the back checkers untouched. I might just play 2 down there because now it's going to be more difficult. He'd have more numbers to make the bar, but he'd also be able to make the 5 point. Double 5 is massive. And I think Amirali is just going to be playing on. Maybe not if he comes in with a 2. Maybe it's just a... Probably actually a take. I think I over-exaggerated. So what's he going to do? He's taken. Okay, I think so. I mean, 6 away, 9 away. The problem is, as we know, Ennis isn't going to recube at the right time. So it's really dangerous for him to take if he's not going to recube. 4-3 comes in. Double 6. I think 1 out is necessary. That He could be going down 13-6. Double six. 5. 6-3 is too good. Desperate for a 5. Could be last chance for a 5. No 5. He'll hit loose, I think, if he can. 3-1. He doesn't even have to leave it there. He can just pick and pass. And there's so many gammons here. So many gammons. And he'll just clear the 6 point, of course. Maybe a small chance for Ennis if he can bring 1 in. But really needs to bring 2 in. But he doesn't. 1 in, okay. 3-2. So he's going to be leaving 6-3, 6-4, 5-4. He is desperate for these 6 numbers. And he gets it. He gets the 5-4. He gets it. So the question is, can he hit loose here? And I think the answer is, I think yes. Oh. He hasn't picked up his dice, but it looks like he's going to do this. He played 2 checkers from the... I think he played 2 checkers from the 5 point. So comes out, leaves a triple shot. Ennis could still get back in this. Very easily. Doesn't bring the checker, but he's not going to lose a gammon. Luckily, he didn't get hit with the double 5. I think he preferred not to be, even though he'd had a return shot. So this is just going to be 11-6. Yeah, so that's the good news for Ennis, is that he doesn't lose a gammon. Which psychologically makes a little bit of a difference. I mean, the likelihood is, let's be honest, they've probably made a deal already. You know, probably not playing for very much. Five two, followed by 2-1 splitting. I have to say, maybe controversially, that feels like Ennis is kind of not feeling like he can win. You know, I like to look at people's body language. You got the camera there for a reason. Amir looks more focused. Let's see if I end up being right. I mean, of course, he's losing big, so it's not a difficult prediction to make. 2-6 is going to come in and hit loose on the 5 point. He needs to cube. He needs to cube here. It's going to hit loose on the deuce, I think. But he won't. Can't see the dice roll. Three ones, good enough. If he gets missed, maybe he'll cube, but being hit, I don't think it is a double. Maybe if he gets missed now, some numbers, 4-2, possibly not one that makes an anchor. But big roll to hit the checker on the 14. You just feel he's never going to double, and that's it's not going to help him. But now probably will. He's thinking about it. Oh, he didn't. He just rolled. Oh, he rolled 6-4. Even he's going to make the 22 point. I'm pretty sure about that. And even after he does, it should still be a really strong double at this score because of gammons and dead cube. Probably not even takeable. Again, Ennis decides not to. I think I would probably just run. I mean, then it's just a pass. I think it would probably be a play on. Maybe it would be a smaller play on if you do this rather than hit. But then I'm not sure about that. Because when you leave the anchor, you do get destroyed, and that's going to lead to more gammons, which is going to be a big component of the too good to double equity. So it's an interesting one. Okay, but he scrapes back a point. He should have been winning a lot more there. 6-5 for Amir, going to run. Okay, that duplicates a 4. Yeah, some of these moves are just kind of that Ennis is making are a little bit automatic, to say the least. Like with that double two, he should have just played to the 11 point. There's really no need for him to make the 20 point. Yeah, he looks tired. I don't blame him. So what's Amir going to do with the 6-4? Assume he made the 17 point with the 4 and then had a 6 to play. With this 3-2, Ennis can hit. Yeah, 4-2, I would come in high. Deuces. Just going to link up the checker on the 18 like that and just probably play 3 down and not hit. No, probably. Even though we don't have that many covers, maybe you still need to hit. I don't think I would. I think I would just play 13-11. Oh, okay. Would he have hit back? He rolled a 2-1. And this has made things a little bit awkward for himself. Now he should hit, and it's got a better chance of succeeding because he's got more covers. I think, see, he could play the 16 point. Yeah, he just plays behind. Okay. Three, 1 makes sense to slot. 6-3 again. He probably even now. But maybe it's still right to make the turn. There's Arash in the background. So one's going to cover, who's going to come in, and now a little bit of pressure on Ennis to safety this checker on the 16 point. Doesn't want to leave it vulnerable. I think he's 5-1 would get it safe, 5-2 would get it safe, 5-6 wouldn't. Yes, it would. Okay, so 5-4 looks like 5-3. Yeah, it was going to be very difficult for Ennis to win this match, I think, if he did some of this stuff. To be honest, I mean, what's the commentator there for other than to, give a little bit of colour? So the board is getting stronger for Amir, and it's getting even more precarious for 6-3 is going to have the 6-3. Fives. Is that good? It can't be bad, I don't think. So he's going to be left with the 3 checkers on the mid. I'm sure he's going to bring the checkers in from the 7-point. And he did. So will he get those checkers safe? So he can certainly have a reasonable chance of bringing one of them in. Rolling a 6-1 or a 6-2 or a 5-3. He probably has to bury 2 checkers to the 1 point. Zero. I mean, me. It's not me. That's why I haven't, because I'm so self-centered. So, what is that for? I think it's a 3. He's thinking of coming at 4-2. It's going to be tough to bring these 2 checkers from the 13 home. Going to be really difficult. Okay, that's good. Only leaves 5s and 9s. That's a double 2. Yeah, he could have stayed back. I mean, broke the board. He's probably right. I don't know. Oh, he's got them saved. Yeah. I don't think he could double until he got that guy safe. So Amir goes on to be 11-8 up. Still very comfortable lead, obviously. And, you know, if Ennis wins like a single game on a 2 cube here, it goes 11-10, he'll have room. What's the word? Double 4 is going to make both points. Maybe he will cube. I mean, I don't think he'll cube now that Amir came in. But I think he will hit twice. And maybe he'll cube if Amir fans with both. But I think if Amir comes in with one, okay, he's going to cube. And it probably isn't too good. So he's creeping back. Is it 6-4? It was. Okay, he split maybe. Amir's going to hit and run to the 13. I think you just double hit, double tiger. Yeah. Otherwise, you just leave some hidden cover numbers. Okay, yeah. This way he can't hidden cover unless he rolls double and do it either. Double one does. Two, I think even here I would kit twice. I think, because otherwise you leave lots of shots. If you cover, you leave. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would just hit twice. Oh, wow, what a swing. And now there's like just, it's not, it's a little bit far away. Okay, he does go for that. I don't know. But Cameron's going to end the match. Doesn't end. I think he's favorite to get one, though. Let's be realistic. What was that? Was that not after double four? And he should probably play. I'm thinking about playing 5-1, but maybe not. Maybe that's. Maybe the small underdog to make an anchor. Okay, he makes the anchor. Yeah, I would still come in and come in on the 24 and hit, prime myself, but I don't see. If you come on the 20, then your opponent's just going to play something and safety some of his checkers. But Amir's happy to hit. I don't think it mattered too much whether you played 8-4 there or 6-2. They're both really bad. So I would play the 6 out to the 14 point, so it's bearing in on the 8 point. Like that, yeah. Now you lose the eyesight from the 14 point onto the 8 point. Now I would just go all in big and just go for a back game. I think he might do it 8-5, 8-4. There's no future in this. This can just get you gammoned and lost. And definitely if the fan, yeah, but if he doesn't roll a 6, you carry 8-4 with the 4. He's going to hit with a 3. He's still just about got enough time to extract his checkers. Double 3 is like sort of weird. He's going to slot the 3 point and play 7-4. And now if he can roll a 2, 2-1, double 2, double 1, 2-5, 1-3 will be quite enough. He's going to hit and cover. If he doesn't hit, then of course Amir's just going to make the 3 point. Can't let him do that. Big fan. So still possible. 6 or 5. 1-6, double 6. Can only escape from the 17. So you can't make the 4 point. Only escape to the 17 from the 23. And he should slot. I don't know if he will. Yeah, I think it's really bad not to slot. Okay, so Amir's in. That's got to be okay. Again, like Ennis is really down to double one, double two. Everything else is just going to really lose in the game. 6-5 can make the 4 point though. So nail and coffin is 6-1 or double three. 5-3. Again, double one, double two. 6-4 is really no good. It's gotta hit. Again, double two. I don't know why he's not coming out immediately. Yeah, he needed to come up to the 23 there. And Mir is just killing him slowly. The 5 is going to go to the midpoint. 3-2 is like one of the rolls that kept him moderately alive, but still needs 2-5, 1-6. Desperately. 6-3, not going to cut the mustard. He's going to have to play 5-2 or 4-1. What is that? Oh, he rolls the 5-2. That's the only roll apart from 1-6 and double one. 3-6. You need another 5-2. Double two's okay. I think he has to hit. Don't know about this. I didn't see this. This could just let him off the hook. Don't know why he did that. And now, if Amir just happens to miss one of these checkers. Okay, he doesn't. 4 just makes the 18. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe that's better. So if he fancies, could all be over. I don't think that double three. I don't know. It didn't look. Didn't. You know, now he's not certain of making that he didn't make the bar. He kind of wanted the bar. The 1 splits, the 2 comes down, covering the outfield. Wants to make the 8 point of the bar. It's going to hit twice. pretty much finished, you know. It's kind of petering out for Ennis. Yeah. Six one. Again, Amir, good technique. You know, just leaving as many hitters as possible if the knees comes in and out with a 3-4 or 3-5. Slowly bringing them in. 5 checkers on the 3-point is going to be tough to save the gammon here. Should just play 9-6, leave the shot. Oh, 3-6. It's over like a clover. 3-6, okay, helps. It does help. Takes 12. I would just take 2 off. I would for sure take 2 off. He's playing to... I keep thinking that they're playing to 13. I've been thinking that for the whole game. I don't know why. It needs to avoid getting backgammoned. Two one. Of course, yeah, he needs to come out, but he's still not going to get backgammoned. But okay, so he saves the backgammon. I thought he was getting. He is getting up. Okay, they're having another break. Hi. Hi. Hello. They're back at the board. So yeah, double three, very good number, making the bar point, pointing on him. 3-6 is going to hop out. So how close is this match going to be? Three two. Maybe I would have made the 4 point and left the blot on the bar. I think. 3-2. I think Amir's just going to play safe. Oh, but he can run one of the checkers to the 13 point, which he does do. 4-1's going to make the bar, but Ennis can still run away with that checker if he rolls a 6-3 or a 6-5. 2-1. Yeah, maybe he needed to just make the 5 point and leave another shot. Double five's going to point on the 3 point and probably make the ace point over making the 3 point. And it could be another undoubled gammon. 5-4, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's clear. I'm just not 100% sure. He's delighted he did it because it creates there's a big swing. Yeah, definitely. Coming up to not only to get out, but to hit that other checker on the 6 point. 4-1, he manages to come in and hit, so this could save him. Of course he's going to hit. Amir hits both checkers, but still, if any... But he didn't. What is that? 4-1, so he should come down. No, that's wrong. But he should, whatever. He should come down with the checker from the 13 point to maximize covers. So that making the anchor should save Ennis from losing a gammon. And now that he's coming with a 4, yeah, he should definitely most likely to save it. 5-1 just makes the 8 point and then plays 11-6. And not only that, he could actually win the game. He's going to just make the 5 point. He's having a think. Yeah, he's going to play 13-6. Got to leave the shot now. But he gets hit. Wow, he gets hit. And it's probably just going to be a double pass. Not going to double, is he? He is. Yeah, I don't think I would take this. Okay, he does. I think he's got some bad numbers. That's the problem. Could this take turn out to end up haunting Amir? So if Amir comes in with 2-6, 2-4, yeah, even 2-4. And now he's got some really bad numbers. I would have just passed this. It will be patient. This ends up costing Amir. Lucky there, he leaves another blot. If you can pick this up, it's going to be 13 all. He does. He can hit this. and just let him come in on the 22 point. But still, there are going to be some gammons because he's going to probably get forced off the 22 point. What a turnaround. I think he could have slotted the 4 point as well. Yeah, I don't think he can I don't think Amir can try and win this. He just has to give up. So what Anis should really do is try and force Amir to leave his anchor so that Ennis can pick up, can close out those two checkers. If he doesn't close out, yeah, really needs to break the 7 point. He definitely won't. I'll bet that he won't do it. But he's thinking about something. The longer he stops Amir from having to leave the 22 point, the more likely it is that Amir will save the gammon. Again, he should break the 8 point or the 9 point. I don't know which one. Or actually even the 7 point. Okay, well now if Amir rolls a 6, then he's just going to have escaped with one checker. So it's too late to try and close out 2 men. So it's just going to be 13-11. You wouldn't even know there's a commentator. Well, there's not much to say. It's just going to be a 2-point game. You often feel like you're just repeating yourself all the time when you commentate on backgammon. There's not much variation. Okay. Is that it? Oh, he hasn't saved it. Oh! Here's a little bit of excitement. He hasn't saved it. Lots of numbers. He didn't save it. And it's DMP. Wow. Okay. All or nothing. So when's the cube going to be turned? 6-2. He runs past the 8 point. 5-1's going to miss and his favorite, actually. Maybe he should just double now, get it over with. He doesn't. 3-2. Maybe he just plays the 2 to the 11 point. I think I would. No one's doubling. 6-5. I think that means that Amir's going to double next go, whatever the weather. But if, Anis could roll double 6, double 1, make the 5. And I don't know what he should have done there. 6-3, Amir's going to hit. So no one was. Oh, he should have hit. Pretty sure. Still, no one's cubing. That's going to go to the 6 point. Double 5 wouldn't have been a winner, but it would be a huge roll. Double 1. Is it a bit ridiculous when your opponent's got the 5 point? Amir's not winning the race by that much. 137 to 21, 86, 143. So he's losing it by 1 pip or 2 pips after the roll. So still no one's cubed. This might not be the last game. Boo. If I counted right, he's up by a tiny amount. 2-6 is huge. But the problem is that if Anis doesn't come in, I think he's going to pass the cube. Which means that of course he's going to hit and cover. The clock's running yet. Well, he's really thinking about it, but yeah, Anis is just going to pass this. He shouldn't, but I think he will. I just got a feeling. Body language suggests, time taken suggests he will. Body language suggests he will. But it might be one of those where he'll just kind of go against his feeling and then end up taking. But I think he wants to pass. He just doesn't want to play this for the match. So meaning the next game. Yeah, he's going to pass. He's going to pass. It was so obvious with the benefit of hindsight. But you could tell he didn't want to take it. But Amir would have won the match. So we play one more game. Something. 6-3. He's going to run all the way. That's what he does. You know that. He gets hit. Double 5. Finished. Curtainies. Four 3 should be 2 down, I think. Okay, it's looking pretty grim. But there's a 2. 6-1 hits. But still far away from covering this 2-point, even if the Ennis fans, which he does, so might not even cover it the next go. 11s to cover rather than 9s and 8s. 8s, 10s even. I think he's going to do that. But he's not even assured of covering this go. Okay, he does. It's over. It is finished. Well, it was quite a long match, 2.5 hours, or a little bit less. I think they started about 7:45. It's 3 degrees in London. Going to be nice and sunny tomorrow. This game is over. Clears the 6. Clears the 6. Comes in. That's it. He just gets up, shakes his hand. Really disheartening. I think Ennis was up against it really in that match. So quite a long match. I think Amir played really well. I'm off for B-Buys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the people that liked, 2 of you. And see you tomorrow with Chris for the grand final. Bye.
In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presence. The 5th Merit Open, Montenegro Grand Prix. A masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros, donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played at their event.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get when they see the Merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here, they like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva next year in 2024. For sure, we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get, when they see the merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here, they like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon